Iceland's breathtaking landscapes have long been a magnet for adventurers and nature enthusiasts, but beneath the stunning beauty of its glaciers lies a hidden danger that can turn a dream vacation into a nightmare. On August 2023, what started as an exciting ice cave tour ended as a tragedy for an American tourist. This is the true tragedy of Iceland's fatal ice caving. Imagine a land of fire and ice where nature's raw power is on full display. This is Iceland, an island nation that has become a magnet for adventure seekers from around the world. Among its many natural wonders, the glaciers stand out, covering nearly 11% of the country's landscape. And hidden within these icy giants lie some of Iceland's most breathtaking secrets, the ice caves. Ice caving is an experience like no other. It allows visitors to step inside the very heart of a glacier, surrounded by walls of ancient ice that shimmer in ethereal shades of blue. The crystalline formations and play of light create a spectacle that seems almost otherworldly. It's no wonder that thousands of tourists flock to Iceland each year for a chance to explore these frozen cathedrals. But beauty often comes with a price, and in the case of ice caves, that price can be dangerously high. These caves are not static structures. They're ever-changing, living entities shaped by the forces of nature. They form during winter when meltwater carves tunnels and cavities beneath the glaciers. As the seasons change, so do the caves, shifting, morphing, and eventually disappearing with the arrival of summer. This is why, traditionally, ice cave tours are strictly a winter activity, typically running from November to March. During the summer months, accelerated glacial melt makes these excursions far more treacherous. The walls thin, the ceilings become unstable, and the risk of collapse increases dramatically. Yet, on August 25, 2023, as the summer sun bathed Iceland in its warm glow, a group of 23 tourists set out on an ice cave adventure that would soon turn into a nightmare. The tour was organized by Ice Pick Journeys, a company founded just a few years earlier by two American citizens, Michael Ward Reed and Ryan Matthew Newburn. As the group approached the entrance to the ice cave in Breiðamesh Glacier, excitement filled the air. Cameras were at the ready, eager to capture the magical moments that lay ahead. Little did they know that this day would be etched in their memories for all the wrong reasons. Inside the cave, it was a world of blue and white. Sunlight filtered through the ice, creating mesmerizing patterns. The tourists moved slowly, awestruck by the natural beauty surrounding them. Some posed for photos, while others listened intently to the guide's explanations about the formation of these glacial structures. But something was amiss. One of the guides, more experienced than the others, had noticed a concerning detail. A section of the ice wall seemed unusually fragile. He made a mental note to keep the group away from that area, but in the excitement of the moment, the warning signs were overlooked. Suddenly, without warning, the very section of ice that had worried the guide began to creak and groan. The sound echoed through the cave, sending chills down the spines of everyone present. In a matter of seconds, the situation escalated from awe-inspiring to terrifying. A thunderous crack split the air as a massive section of the ice wall collapsed. Screams of panic replaced the earlier sounds of wonder. Chaos ensued as tourists and guides alike scrambled to escape the falling ice. In the immediate aftermath, confusion reigned. The tour group huddled outside the cave, shaken and disoriented. A head count revealed the worst. 5 people were unaccounted for. Fear gripped the survivors as they realized the full gravity of the situation. News of the incident spread rapidly. Within hours, a massive search and rescue operation was underway. Over 200 volunteers, assisted by 2 helicopters, combed the treacherous glacier. The rescuers worked in 1-hour shifts, digging through unstable ice with their bare hands, risking their own lives in the desperate hope of saving others. As the search continued, questions began to surface. How could such a tour be allowed during the summer months? Who was responsible for ensuring the safety of visitors? The incident cast a harsh spotlight on Iceland's booming tourism industry and the practices of companies like Ice Pick Journeys. Experts in glaciology like Magnus Tumi Kuminsson were quick to criticize the decision to conduct ice cave tours in summer. During summer, the walls and ceiling of an ice cave can thin by 10 centimeters every single day, he explained. Taking tourists into these caves at this time of year is playing with fire. Then a grim discovery was made. The body of an American tourist, a man whose identity was not immediately released, was found in the collapsed ice. He had been fatally injured during the cave-in. His fiancée, who was pregnant, had been seriously hurt but had miraculously survived. She was rushed to Landsbitali Hospital in Reykjavik, where doctors worked tirelessly to save both her and her unborn child. Despite this tragic find, the search continued for the other 3 supposedly missing individuals. However, on the evening of the second day, a shocking revelation turned the entire situation on its head. The search was abruptly called off, not because the remaining missing tourists had been found, but because they had never existed in the first place. Meanwhile, authorities began to investigate ice pick journeys. Questions arose about their safety protocols, guide training, and decision-making processes. The company's founders, Reed and Newburn, were nowhere to be found, adding fuel to the growing controversy. Then, on the evening of the second day, a shocking revelation turned the entire situation on its head. The search was abruptly called off, not because the missing tourists had been found, but because they had never existed in the first place. It turned out that Ice Pick Journeys had provided what the police termed misleading information about the tour's participants. Poor record-keeping and communication had led to the false belief that 3 additional tourists were unaccounted for. This misinformation had not only caused unnecessary panic, but had also put the lives of search and rescue personnel at risk as they navigated the dangerous glacial terrain. The revelation sent shockwaves through the community. Hundreds of volunteers had risked their lives, and considerable resources had been wasted on a search that was never needed. The anger and frustration were palpable, with many calling for severe consequences for ice pick journeys. The incident at Breathtaking Glacier became a wake-up call for Iceland's tourism industry. It exposed deep-seated issues in the system, from inadequate regulation to the prioritization of profit over safety. Amar Arsigurusson, an experienced mountain guide and pioneer of ice cave tours, expressed his disgust at the situation. "For years, I've been warning that it would take someone dying for things to change," he said. "I just hope that, at the very least, because of what happened when this young man died, things will move forward to where they need to be." In the aftermath, legal proceedings began to unfold. The families of the victims announced their intentions to sue Ice Pick Journeys for negligence. Icelandic authorities opened an investigation to determine if the company had violated existing regulations. Vatnajökull National Park came under scrutiny for granting year-round operating permits to companies like Ice Pick Journeys. The tragedy at Breathtaking serves as a stark reminder of the dangers that can lurk beneath the surface of even the most beautiful natural wonders. It highlights the delicate balance between preserving nature's spectacles and ensuring the safety of those who wish to experience them. As Iceland grapples with the consequences of this incident, the hope is that it will lead to meaningful changes in how the country manages its booming tourism industry. For now, the ice caves of Iceland stand as both a testament to nature's beauty and a warning of its potential dangers. The story of that fateful day in August 2023 will long be remembered as a turning point in Iceland's relationship with its natural wonders and the tourists who come to admire them. This was the true tragedy of the ice cave collapse in Iceland. May the soul of the victim rest in peace.